Warning, members of the podcast are not professional analysts and are bound to make unreasonable and uneducated claims, which should not be taken seriously.
This is the At the 50 podcast. We're going to be talking about our top 10 picks and who we think is going to go where.
Yes, sir. Third time doing the intro, by the way.
So,
Yes,
number
sir.
one.
Little rusty.
So, going number one overall.
So we got Panthers for the first pick. I think we can all agree it's probably going to be Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all have that.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him picking anybody else.
There's been so much speculation, there was a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors on who they were picking, different perspectives from Reich, from the GM, the owner, I don't know if any of the Panthers players kind of weighed in on which QB they wanted. I would kind of expect like Brian Burns to be a key player to kind of weigh in, especially because he's stuck in that hell hole of a team. But
I feel like, actually, never mind. I forgot they traded DJ Moore. Wait, I was going to say, I feel
Yeah.
like DJ Moore would probably have more of a say.
If I was Bryce Young,
he's gone.
I wouldn't want to play for Carolina. He could probably get away with holding out. You think? He could pull a "I'm not playing for you."
he could
I
pull
feel like they pulled a couple good moves.
He could pull a Eli Manning.
Yes, he could.
The Panthers, I'm a little iffy on them. I think trading away DJ Moore was not a good idea. Like, the Bears absolutely fleeced them. And obviously, everyone, especially the Panthers, they've tried to be contenders. And with Christian McCaffrey gone, they weren't at that point anymore. So they really do just have to rebuild. But
Sure.
I mean,
But no, they need their guy. They need to get their guy as much as we need to get our guy. It's kind of a similar situation. I mean, we're probably a better team than they are right now, but not by much.
And speaking of bad teams, going on to the second overall pick.
Texans.
I actually like the Texans though, as a Colts fan. But
I don't dislike the Texans as bad as I dislike the Tennessee Titans. I actually said in my speech in class yesterday that Tennessee Titans fans kick puppies and that they also enjoy the sound of children crying. Anyways,
Now, I think here the smart move for the Titans, like, if they do something intelligent, then they'll
Which
just
they
take,
never do.
They'll just take CJ Stroud.
the Texans, you mean?
Yeah. But they're probably gonna-
It's leaking that they're going defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just what they want people to think. You never know.
I mean, for me, it's like either way. If they do choose CJ Stroud, I mean, we still have, depending on what happens in the third overall pick, we still have our choice of either Anthony Richardson or Will Levis.
Oh, yeah.
Which there's always there's. Every QB
There's
this
upside.
draft has upsides and downsides, but that's like every player. But when looking at these quarterbacks, because these four quarterbacks have been talked about so much, their downsides are pretty different from each other. Like, we look at Anthony Richardson,
Yeah.
super athletic. It's just his decision making isn't always the best. And then you look at Levis, who amazing arm, but sometimes mid play.
Processing capability, they say, is a little slow, but he did
Say the
score.
W2 test.
He did score very well on the S2, according to what's been leaked, which you don't know is right or not.
And who got 18%?
18th percentile CJ Stroud, probably just bad test taker.
Yeah.
I don't care. I want the Colts to draft him. I do not care. I don't care if he scored in the 1 percentile.
I don't understand those tests though, like why they're rated so highly when it's like he played just well like when he was actually playing on the field. He didn't have any problems.
Part of it is because here's the thing though, you're in college, yes there is a little bit of money with like NIL deals and all that. But when you go into the NFL, like you look at these rookie contracts now, millions, especially if you're the first 5 overall.
And if you,
Like you put that much money into a young guy's hands, like they have, that is a deciding factor because if you aren't the most mentally capable, mentally sound person,
Will Levis.
it's like, is it really worth putting money in their hands?
Yeah, but is it worth putting money in the hands of a guy who threw for 53% completion percentage?
I'm not denying he's good. It's more of you just. That's kind of the reason why they do these tests.
If you compare his performance from his first 6 starts to his last 6 starts, you would see his last 6, the stats on his last 6 starts are comparable to the other guys. actually. So he improved really quickly. But then again, he's only played 12 games. So you don't really know. You don't really know anything because like guys like even like Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, like they look like they're going to be absolute studs, and I think they are. But like you got to remember, they're an NFL caliber. They're NFL caliber people playing against non-NFL caliber people. Like Alabama, you know, they have several obviously people who are NFL bound, but like Ohio State, you know, like CJ Stroud, like they're not always playing against people who are going to, you know.
Yeah, but he's still like against the players like, I mean.
You have to take the stats that
he did like play against, like the good teams he did play against, like when he played against Georgia and other teams. He still put up really good numbers.
No, I think he's gonna be good. He's my guy. I want the Colts to take CJ Stroud. I don't want Bryce Young. You have something to say?
Yeah. So you guys are going CJ Stroud for the Texans then?
I
don't think so. I say Will Anderson.
We've been talking about him this whole time.
I think it's Will Anderson or it's going to be CJ Stroud. I'm leaning CJ Stroud.
I'm going Will Anderson.
I really think the Texans. I mean, like Davis Mills wasn't awful.
He didn't have great numbers at all.
Not great,
But
But he also didn't have a whole lot to throw.
Yeah,
remember,
did.
it's the Texans. Okay, no one knows what they're thinking. They're up there. You know, they do their own thing. But yes, so Will Anderson, Stroud. That's what you think.
I'm leaning defense a little bit. I'm like in the middle with it.
So what do we think about Arizona? I think that according to reports, they're mulling over some trades. That's what I just heard from
I
think they're going to sit, though.
I heard there's been interest. Like I saw they might. No, that was Texas. I saw someone. It was in the top 4 that were thinking about dropping down to the 12th.
It
wasn't the Colts though.
I was going to have them trade back with the Titans, and then Titans picking Anthony Richardson.
Okay, if they trade up to number 3 for Anthony Richardson,
Titans jump ahead of the.
I feel like Anthony Richardson's not a smart move, but I feel like the CJ Stroud news and everything about him dropping out and stuff is definitely gonna, you know, sway their decision on who they're gonna pick.
It makes the other two guys look better.
Yeah.
I honestly like with Arizona, they will probably go defensive.
I think they'll sit and take Christian Gonzalez. That's my official bet. Do you think they trade back with the Titans and the Titans take Stroud?
I'd say the Titans picking Anthony Richardson.
And then we get Stroud?
I do have the Colts getting Stroud.
Okay, so we'll get to that. So I think they're going to sit and take Christian Gonzalez. What do you think?
Well, so I think they're gonna trade down. I don't know where, but I just had them stay on here because I didn't want to think about trades. So I had them taking Will Anderson.
I'm saying because the Texans
Because you
CJ Stroud, I see
Will Anderson. They have to. You couldn't take anybody.
If Will Anderson's there, then they are saying they're taking him.
Sure, yeah. If Will Anderson's available, anybody's going to take him. I mean, unless they're the Colts, they're not going to.
And then
But it won't be available.
to the Colts.
Well, yeah, moving on to the Colts now.
Yeah, so the way I have it going, I think they're going to sit. I think we get Stroud. That's what I'm thinking. That's what he thinks. What do you think? You think Richardson?
I would think it's just so many. It's the same thing with the Panthers. Just so many conflicting rumors. You know, we've set up these these kind of like strategical lies of like, this is who we're interested in. You know, but we were talking about it earlier. Like, I think you said Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud were both like really kind of interested in playing for Indy.
That's what I thought, but then again, it's all a show. Like they all are being told by agents what to say and everything like that. Not doesn't mean that like they don't know what to do, but like it's just how it is.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud was talking about how Chris Ballard frequently is checking up on him, texting him and stuff like that, which I thought was actually kind of interesting. But I bet you a bunch of GMs do that.
Probably.
Well,
yeah.
Good.
The two quarterbacks that I have left are Will Anderson and Richardson. And I just gotta think about
You mean Levis?
Will Levis and Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
And I have to think about the Colts' history as a team. With
They love Will Levis. He's got the Bible verse on the bicep.
Well, no. That's Frank Reich. That's Frank Reich. Remember?
Ursay too.
Okay, well, yeah, Ursay.
I have Will Levis.
He loves them white
Every
boys.
time I hear Ursay, I just think of the
that's
story where he's at like some interview with an owner or something, and he goes to their house and he clogs the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
Typical Jim Irsay behavior.
But I think the Colts are listening to the fans, and the fans at the draft combine seem to be ecstatic about CJ Stroud. So I think he's definitely their number one pick. But
I would agree.
also, I can't believe it didn't hurt his draft stock whenever, was it him that said that the players he looks up to is, was it Deshaun Watson and,
Oh,
Michael
no. Bro had to be joking. There's no shot.
so, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the 18th percentile.
Okay, but he does have the same
Morals?
No, like management or whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same agent.
Yeah, the same agent as Deshaun
I mean,
Watson, so
in
maybe
this instance, you can separate the player from the person. Like, if you just look at Deshaun Watson as a player, obviously he's a stud, but he's still a, Anyways, so move on to
The absolute
who do you think the
steal
Colts are
of the
taking?
century.
What?
You say Will Levis?
Yeah. I have
Who do you
Will
say?
Levis.
Because you've got Levis and Richardson left, I think.
Levis and Richardson, and then if the crazy thing happens, with your guys' stuff, I could see C.J. Stroud maybe falling to us.
Based on what you
based
have.
on what I'm saying, I'm going to go with Anthony Richardson.
Okay, so what do we have the Seahawks doing? This is really interesting.
Steal of the century.
I think no matter what, like based on all of ours, I think they should take Jalen Carter. I personally don't really care about his whole crime thing that's going on. Like
Crime, he showed up to his pro day, like, he gained a bunch of weight.
I didn't see that. I don't really care about that though. I mean,
He seems kind of like what's that
Man, it's
guy's
kinda
name?
nice.
Isaiah Wilson. You remember that offensive lineman that I think the Titans had him. He was supposed to be really good, and then he was just like an idiot, and he just never panned out.
yeah.
A football
No.
player, an idiot?
No, I want them to take Jalen Carter. Now I wouldn't mind if they took Tyree Wilson, but I want Jalen Carter.
I have them
Nice up.
going Tyreek Wilson.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I didn't actually fully come up with the board. I had like the first 5 picks. I think Jalen Carter. I think they'll do Jalen Carter. As much as I want the Bears to take Jalen Carter.
I just, overall, I just see them going defense. They have Geno Smith, who obviously isn't a franchise quarterback. He's good.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
He's showing that he can definitely do something for the Seahawks. But, the Seahawks, unless the draft goes absolutely nuts and, say, Anthony Richardson falls to them, maybe I could see the Seahawks doing something like that, doing something really weird and picking up a quarterback, one of the top 4. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. You guys think, so this is actually kind of interesting. Move on to the Lions pick. You guys think, since actually I'm the only one who suggested that the Cardinals would take Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
He's off the board for me. I think they'd take Devon Witherspoon. Do you guys, if Christian Gonzalez and Devon Witherspoon are available, do you think they take Witherspoon or Gonzalez?
I'd take Witherspoon.
Witherspoon.
Probably Witherspoon. He just looks like the better
Okay.
quarterback.
So then what?
So basically, you're just dumb.
Okay, sure. So then what do you think the Raiders are gonna do? Rounding out the
I
picks.
think-
And Hooker.
I have
See,
Anthony
they
Richardson left,
say
so
they're-
I'm going
A
in.
lot of
I think
people
they
think
take
they're
the-
going to go quarterback. I have them taking Jalen Carter. I think they need some help.
If he falls that down.
Yeah, I think they
Jalen Carter
there's
to 7
some
is not that big of a stretch.
I did read some articles saying that if he was there, they were all in.
It would fit the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely would fit the bill.
See, I still have Anthony Richardson, so I have him going there.
I would say I actually still have Levis and Richardson
Me too.
I still
on
have
mine.
Levis, yeah.
So I would say the Raiders, knowing them, they probably want Richardson. That's what I think.
For me, with the Seahawks and Raiders, I could see it being either or with Richardson or Levis. But
Do you think that if the Raiders get down, and take Anthony Richardson, that the Commanders will take Will Levis?
Commanders.
I see. Honestly, in my top 10 right here, my top 10, I don't have Will. I'm the biggest Will Levis fan there is, but I don't have him getting credit.
I'm a big Will Levis fan as far as Colts fans go. I don't mind him. I think he's going to go to Commanders.
Here's the thing, though. You have the Texans, not the Texans. Well, yeah, no, because the Texans could pick him up with their 12th. But you have the Titans, the Texans, and you have the Patriots.
Sure.
And you
And the
do.
Falcons are still there too.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do have the Falcons,
And
but
they definitely need quarterback.
Speaking of Falcons, let's move on to them while we're just on the topic of talking about
Yeah.
them.
I had Tyree Wilson.
By the way, I'm down. By the way, me saying Commanders is a trade.
commies.
I ripped that from somebody.
Yeah.
They trade with Atlanta. I didn't come up with that, but I do think they take.
I thought you were talking about them just him falling to the 16.
No. I was
That's-
just
that's why
I was just thinking Commanders might trade up because the way I have it, it makes sense. Of course, I didn't come up with the idea, but I had just Will Levis left, and I think they might need a QB. I think they trade with Atlanta. I don't know exactly what they do.
Because I thought you were saying that Will Levis is going to fall outside of the 10. Top
I mean,
10.
Price seems to
That's what
think that it's not ridiculously unbelievable.
It is. I could say.
He's not been hyped up.
I can honestly see Anthony Richardson falling out of the top 10 somehow if people are really just like, is the upside, like the
He's a
floor, the
project.
floor is there,
Yeah.
is the upside really worth it when this is like a loaded draft? But
Yeah, I saw a NFL posted draft thing, like a mock draft, where it only had 2 quarterbacks going in the first round, which had me a little questioning their logic.
Yeah, I know.
but-
Yeah.
But for the Falcons, I think they who do they have their quarterback right now?
it's
Marcus Mariota, right?
No, he quit.
Oh, that's right.
It's
he quit.
He just over quit.
who is it? It's they draft. Did they draft him last year?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter.
Yeah.
See, so they're looking at quarterback and everything, but
Didn't they pick up someone as well? They picked up another free agent quarterback. I thought.
I got no clue. I
also thought
don't really
that,
follow
I
the
don't
Falcons.
remember.
They're
Poverty.
But
They made some big moves though.
They have.
I kind of like.
They're gonna contend for their division.
What do we think the Bears are going for overall?
did we even say who we were?
Oh, sorry. I thought.
Okay,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know if I've had Anthony Richardson fall off the board. I'm kind of all over the place. I could honestly see them picking up Anthony Richardson again.
I could see it's either him
The
or
second,
Levis.
the
but-
second
Yeah.
Michael Vick, with hopefully without the dogfighting.
What the hell?
See, I think they could go Will Levis, but I have them down as going Christian Gonzalez.
Christian
You
Gonzalez.
think so?
Yeah.
That would be a good pick for them.
Yeah, and then I'm going Tyree Wilson.
I could see if Christian Gonzalez somehow falls. I could see the Bears picking him up. They do need that secondary help.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think the Bears are looking at?
So for the Bears, I was between the 2 Ohio State guys, tackle and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Is it Paris Johnson or Paris Campbell?
Paris Johnson.
Paris Johnson.
Campbell is already in the NFL.
But I had him go for Jackson Smith and Jigba,
I
just
think that makes sense.
boost the receiver core a little bit.
Yeah.
I have them. Yet again, I was looking at some more articles. I saw that if he was there, they said again that they were going to be another team saying they're all in on a player is Darnell Wright, the Tennessee offensive lineman.
I
You think they would take an O lineman like?
I do think they would.
You think they would take him over Peter Skronsky from Northwestern?
I would see them picking Skronsky.
I mean,
don't know,
I-
Skronsky and Paris Johnson, I think, are both better than him. I've
You think so?
literally never even
Yeah.
heard of that guy that you just mentioned.
Well,
So
for the article,
I see the Bears picking up O-line.
I think the Bears.
protection.
I think the Bears take Jackson Smith and Jigba, and then just to justify that, I'll give you my pick for the Eagles at 10. I think they're going to take Skronsky.
Skronsky.
Yeah, I think they need to take.
I honestly,
Very
Mike
quickly from
Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Who is he? It's the running back.
Bijan
Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. I could see
Yeah.
him going in the first round. A lot of people are like, why would you draft first round running back? You know,
That's really dangerous.
I
it's
also have
interesting.
him just because I just saw a lot of stuff
It's
posted about
with
him.
the Eagles, because what's the Eagles' back room right now? What do they got going through?
They have Rashad Penny and then that other guy who was like a backup last year.
Okay, was it Moss? No,
No.
Moss was with the Bills.
Maybe.
I honestly see the Eagles maybe picking Bijan Robinson because Rashad Penny is a good running back when he's healthy. Like
But
he
he's
can be a
injury
solid.
prone.
He can be a solid running back.
Very.
And
Glass.
I feel like Bijan Robinson just has such a high upside, especially for a team who's Super Bowl ready.
Yeah, they have to win now.
Like you need to win now, especially with a talent like that.
see, I do have Bijan Robinson too, but there's been talk on Twitter and stuff of players wanting them to pick up Derrick Henry. So if they do
Really?
pick up Derrick Henry, then I'm
Please.
going Jackson Smith.
Please.
Najee.
take Derrick Henry far away from the AFC South.
For the last thing, I do want to. I am going to skip ahead real quick to the New York Jets. I think they are going to select Sarah Fuller.
Oh.
I think Sarah Fuller is.
Let him cook.
In the 13th overall. But
I think number 1 overall is going Nico Intriago when he scores 100 on the cognitive test.
Yeah.
all right. Well, who wants to close?
I think that's all we got. Thank you so much for watching. That'll be it.
We'll be doing a recap next week.
Yes, we will.
Draft day, baby. Let's go.
Sorry about the little hiatus there, but we're back in it.
Little.
We're locked in. Let's go. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and hoo-day.
For the